And the phone lines are open, 1-888-825-5254. And when you're calling in, of course, there's Andrew Babinski in the Kim Komando Show Man Cave. Hi there, Andrew.
Hello, Kim.
Welcome.
First caller, Tina in Bangor, Maine. She subscribes to the emails.
Yes. And
she remembers that one of the newsletters was sent out, and there was a story about her smart TV listening to her.
Yeah.
Bugging. She likes to call it bugging. She's being bugged.
She's being bugged by her TV.
Correct. And so she has a smart TV. So she need now that you've told her that the smart TV can listen to her, now you need to tell her how it can stop and not listen to her.
Well, because, you think about this. You bring home a TV. It's got a camera built in, right?
Right.
It has a microphone built in. It's connected to the internet. And basically, a TV is just now what? It's a computer with a big screen. And so if you start thinking about all the components that you have everything right there for somebody to listen in on.
Our baby monitor, we used to unplug it during the day. We'd only have it plugged in at night when we wanted to watch our son because of the same fear that someone could just tap into it and start moving it around. And it has the voice, so you can speak through the camera. It's the same thing. Well,
and then plus you always hear those stories about baby monitors.
Yeah.
Where somebody's talking through it. But there's this funny thing that's going around. I don't know if you've seen the pictures. Parents now, because of Halloween, they have like black and white scary pictures of their kids from the baby monitors, with like the big eyes.
I gotta look that up or try to make some.
Oh, it is so funny. Speaking of babies, we're on Baby Watch.
We are. I can leave any second. If I get the text, I'm gone.
And so how's Ainsley?
Well, last week she was super pregnant. This week she's super duper pregnant.
And I like that post that you put on Facebook.
Yes, we were sitting there having dinner, and she just looked over and she goes, "I don't have any space between my toes anymore." So I put that on Facebook and asked people, what are the other things that pregnant women say?
And some of the responses were just hilarious.
Yes, and I've heard them all in the last 9 months, trust me.
Well, we're hoping that Ainsley does not, have any contractions between now and the end of the show.
Fingers crossed.
Fingers crossed. All right, Tina in Bangor, Maine. Hi there, Tina.
Hey, Kim.
Welcome.
Thank you.
All right, so you think your TV's spying on you?
Well, I don't know if it is, but I did see it posted on I get your newsletter, and I thought, I better find out just for sure. I'm not tech savvy like you, so how do I check to see if somebody's listening or they can see us or?
Well, here's the deal, is that TVs, as I was just talking to Andrew, you know that too. They're just basically computers right now, right?
Right.
Okay, and so it has, the televisions have all the components. And so there were certain brands like Sony and Vizio and LG, and LG has hence stopped the practice. But they, in the menu system itself, and I can direct you on the steps that you need to take, but in the menu system itself for the television, is that the manufacturers put things like, and they called it like, not like we're spying on you, Tina. They call it things like smart interactivity. And so when so when you're sitting there, you look at yourself and you go, oh, I think I want smart interactivity, don't you? Sure, we'll take that.
Right.
And so, but what the manufacturers were doing, and they were saying it was anonymous data, is that they were capturing what people were watching and then sending it back to the manufacturers. And then there's also a movement now on how some of the ads, the television ads, now have these tones that you can't hear, but your phone can hear these tones.
Oh.
And so when the television emits these tones and your phone hears it, well, now the big data base that you're in it and I'm in it is that now it's correlating to what we're watching on TV because we have our phones right there too.
Oh.
It's really fascinating when you start getting into this. And you can get a little paranoid, you can get a little crazy. But really what you're going to do is you're going to get into the menu settings of your television, which if you haven't already, you should probably do that anyway to make sure you have the best picture. There are also some settings that you can do to make sure that you can hear the dialogue better instead of all the guns and the bass and things like that. But then there's going to be another section that, and they don't call it marketing, they may call it personal settings or preferences. And in those preferences, that's where you're going to start turning off some of these settings that are collecting data. And again, they say they're doing it anonymously, but you know, my whole point is if you're collecting data about me and you're making money off of it, I think I should at least get a little piece of it.
Can we get a fraction of it?
Yeah,
please?
that's all. Just give me $1 a month, you know, or $5 a month or something like that. But let me go ahead. Let me post some of the steps that you need. And what brand television do you have, Tina?
We have a Sharp.
Okay. With Sharp, you know, Sharp isn't known for doing this, but it's also on the list of some older models, not necessarily the newer models. You know,
yes, it's probably 4 or 5 years old. So.
Yeah, so, you know, so what's best is to take a look at it anyway, just to be on the safe side. And again, I'll post a list of the different settings that you might want to look at for your television over at Komando.com. Whenever you hear me say that, folks, what that means is that right there on the home page, there's a button called Show Pics. That's where I post some links that I know that you're going to want to look at, and I don't want you to waste your time trying to find it through the website or also, you know, do a Google search because you might end up at the wrong place. Tina, thank you so much for your call, and thanks for being a subscriber of our newsletter.